A shocking and unusual incident has caught the attention of many after a cruise ship passenger in Puerto Rico jumped overboard in an attempt to avoid a massive gambling debt. The man, identified as J. Gonzalez Diaz, was on board the Royal Caribbean's Rhapsody of the Seas when the event unfolded. What should have been an ordinary return from a vacation at sea turned into a dramatic scene that raised questions about gambling, debts, and the extreme measures some people take when they feel trapped. According to reports, Gonzalez Diaz had racked up over $16,000 in debt, mostly from casino and gaming expenses while on the cruise. When the ship returned to the port of San Juan, U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers were preparing for inspections. Instead of following through with the normal procedures, Gonzalez Diaz made a desperate move. He jumped into the waters near the port, seemingly hoping this act would help him escape not only his financial troubles but also the legal requirement of reporting the large amount of cash he was carrying. The shocking jump did not go unnoticed. Surveillance cameras captured the moment, and nearby individuals witnessed what happened. In fact, someone passing by on a jet ski rushed to bring him back to shore. It was a bizarre twist to an already dramatic situation, and authorities quickly became involved. When officers later caught up with him near the Puerto Rico Capitol building, they discovered he was carrying almost $15,000 in cash, multiple phones, and several different forms of identification. This raised even more suspicions about his intentions and identity. Investigators uncovered even more details. Royal Caribbean confirmed that Gonzalez Diaz had booked his trip under the name Jeremy Diaz and owed exactly $16,710.24 to the cruise line. This debt was almost entirely linked to casino spending, pointing to gambling as the root of the problem. Officials also noted that records connected to his various IHDs showed ties to another person with a nearly identical name who had previously been in federal custody. When confronted about his true identity, Gonzalez Diaz gave vague and dismissive answers, further complicating the situation. In his own explanation, Gonzalez Diaz admitted in Spanish that he jumped from the ship because he didn't want to report the money he was carrying. He mistakenly believed he would be taxed for bringing in the cash, which fueled his reckless decision. While his actions may have been driven by panic, the legal consequences he now faces are far more serious than the debt he was trying to escape. Authorities charged him with attempting to avoid monetary reporting requirements, a federal offense that carries heavy penalties. After being taken into custody, Gonzalez Diaz was eventually released on bail, but his legal troubles are far from over. If convicted, he could face fines of up to $250,000 or a prison sentence of up to 5 years. What started as an attempt to dodge a gambling debt has now escalated into a case that could change the course of his life forever. This bizarre story highlights the risks of gambling addiction, the importance of honesty when dealing with authorities, and the extreme choices people sometimes make when they feel cornered. For many, the case serves as a dramatic reminder that trying to escape problems by reckless means only creates larger consequences. Instead of avoiding accountability, Gonzalez Diaz's actions have left him facing both financial and criminal penalties. What was meant to be a fun cruise vacation has now turned into a headline-making scandal that shocked fellow passengers, officials, and the public. It is a story that combines desperation, risk, and a failed attempt at escape, leaving behind a clear message that bad decisions made in moments of panic can have lifelong consequences.